Alright, viewers and subscribers, welcome back to Sports to the Bone, the channel where we divulge in all sporting activities. Now, today we have a very special one for you, something that is very serious. Today we want to take a look at how the violence in Mountain View is affecting students on a whole. We also want to divulge in how the violence is affecting students that are usually participating in sporting activities after school. We see where students are basically hardly allowed to go to school because of the ongoing terror within the communities. Now, students are mostly kept in-house as parents are afraid to let them out, be it to go to the shop, to go to the store, to go to school, whatever the case may be. Now, as it relates to school, we notice that, the fact that students who are usually involved in after-school activities have to head straight home after school is a big blow, both for the students and for the school. These students are usually allowed to stay after school for 2-3 hours to get in some training, whether they are preparing for competition or they are just training for their own physical health. We notice where this is hardly so, as the communities are basically unstable at the moment. And as we look at it, this term is a very busy term in the school year as it relates to sports, because we have things like primary school champs coming up, we have boys and girls champs coming up for high school, we have basketball, cricket, volleyball, squash. We have a whole lot of sporting activities that are expected to run this term. Over the years, we have noticed that these sporting areas are some of the areas that provide scores of scholarship opportunities for some of these students. Students at the primary school level running at primary school champs, some of them might be able to pick up a scholarship to go to high school. The high school, as it relates to boys and girls champs, we all know it's a global event and something that is viewed all over the world. And usually the top performers are awarded with scholarships to go abroad and study, also awarded with sporting scholarship, be it money and stuff like that. So the mere fact that these students are hardly allowed to go to school, much less to train after school, is a very big concern to parents and also the stakeholders within the communities of the Mountain View area. Based on what is happening in the community, we are basically left to ponder what is going to happen to us as a country when, if students are hardly allowed to go to school because of the whole violence in the community. Students are hardly even able to leave out of their house just to go to church, to be able to socialize. These type of conditions are not really suitable for our future stars. When it is a known fact that sports in school is the only way out for some of these gifted students. We all know that the ministry is saying that every child can learn and every child must learn, but learn what? At the end of the day, some students will only be able to learn to a certain level. You understand? They are only able to go thus far as it relates to educationally. Some of these students that we have in front of us at school, so these are the same students that are going to grow up and provide entertainment for us as it relates to sport. You understand? These are the same students that are going to go out and go into the different industries that are not basically are educationally, something that you don't really basically need a degree or a master's to do. Because everybody is gifted in their own way. So the mere fact that these children are not able to attend school as regular as they would want, it is very concerning to us. The whole training after school is a way that some students use this as a way to de-stress before going home. We know that some students are forced to live in toxic environment, toxic household. So training after school is a way to de-stress the body before going home. And let us look at it from a high school point of view. We know that when a child reaches the age of 15, 16, they are basically looking at what they want to do in the future. So the students that would have identified a particular sporting discipline and say, you know what, I'm going to try my hand at this. They really and truly need a whole lot of time to really improve themselves as it relates to the technique or the skill that is required to execute that sporting discipline to a good level. So when these students are not allowed to attend school and also to train after school, it is very worrying. As bad as a community might be, one of the thing that a community looks forward to is when they can look on the news, be it sports news, international news, and see a child that used to live in their community. Everybody can identify with them and say, that footballer, I remember when that footballer used to attend such and such high school and used to train after school. They are always involved in the community. I'm telling you, it is a very wonderful feeling when community members are able to identify with students that are gifted. So we are just hoping that these children will be given a fair opportunity to basically go to school, carry out their daily routine as it relates to schoolwork, and they are also able to train after school and go home peace and are able to recuperate and get ready for the next day. We are really hoping that our future generation, that they are not being recruited from an early age. We want to make sure that these students are allowed to grow and to bloom into the best they can be. When our little youngsters get mixed up in the whole violence and the whole gang, and they lose parents, be it a father, a mother, or uncle, then you notice that the cycle of violence will continue as they will grow up always wanting to revenge their family's death. So we are just hoping that these children will be able to go out to school, be it a school that is within the community or a school that is even outside of the community, and that they will be allowed to go out peacefully and will be able to carry out their daily activities and will be able to return peacefully at home without being escorted by police officers. We want to make sure that these children are comfortable moving within the communities of Mountain View, because we have seen over the years where a lot of our talented students are basically channeled into the wrong path, be it that they are recruited from early to go into the gangs, be it that they are there to be on lookout, whatever the case may be. We as a country, we are just hoping that our children will just be able to do things that are childish. They are children, so they should be allowed to grow up. They should not be allowed to basically take up things that are out of their reach or out of their age. So as we go into this busy school term, where students will they will always be required to carry out their daily schoolwork, but busy term as in sense of sports, students will be expected to represent their schools in, as we said before, primary school champs, high school champs, basketball, cricket, table tennis, all these sporting disciplines. So we are just hoping that these students will be allowed to grow in a way that everybody will be proud of them, and they will be allowed to fulfill their potential. Please do remember to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more sporting content. So we put out sporting content very regular, so please remember to share and like and subscribe to our channel. Peace out.